Hi guys, what's going on? Paul here. Welcome back to a live stream from the Cardano Summit 2022. I'm just putting out the links for this. Please do share it out as well. We're going to have different projects, some CF members as well, going on to talk about what's going on here in Lausanne. We'll kick it off in about 5 minutes now, or about 2 minutes. Just want to get the links out and give people a chance to come in. Okay, so I see people starting to come in. I can see comments coming up. Can everyone let me know if the audio is coming through okay? Can you hear me? And the picture as well. I think it should be all good. But check the comments. Great to see people coming in. So we start off with, I have David from the Cardano Foundation, who has put most of what we see together here. It's been an incredible event. There's so much going on. For me personally, it was way outside my comfort zone coming out, and I'm used to sitting behind the desk and not meeting people. But it's been an incredible experience as well as event to come out and meet people and get to know people in person. It's a lot different than when you see a random tweet or a random something online. It's very easy to misinterpret text, but it's great to speak to people in person. So thanks very much as well for taking your time here. I'm sure you are crazy up the walls.
Yeah, we're running on adrenaline at this point. But look, I think it's exactly as you say. It's about getting people together in real life. We started with the welcome evening at the Olympic Museum here in Lausanne.
Yeah, actually, just for people who haven't seen you before, you're who you are. You're part of the
so
Cardano
anybody
Foundation.
that doesn't know me, I'm David Taylor, the Global Marketing Director at the Cardano Foundation. We have picked up the mantle for the Cardano Summit this year. So we've decided on Lausanne as the central location, as well as the 50 satellite events that are going on all around the world.
Perfect. And so what we've seen, do you want to go through what we've had so far? And we're still not finished. We're only halfway through the second day, which is all about the community and projects. But I'll let you give the overview of what's happened. And I know people will be watching the live streams as well for the whole event here too.
Yeah, so we kicked off with a welcome party at the Olympic Museum, and we chose the Olympic Museum very specifically because of its correlation with Cardano, the Cardano community, and the future vision. So it was about, regardless of whether you're an individual, whether you're part of an organization, whether you're part of a team, it was about coming together, improving and passing the mantle on, because part of the ambition of the Cardano Summit this year has to empower the community to bring everybody together in real life, virtually all around the world, and make sure that it's accessible to everybody. So we started off at the Olympic Museum, then the Swiss Tech Convention Center, for the rest of the activities. And last night we had the inaugural Cardano Summit Awards.
Yeah, that was a great experience, a great show put on as well, and to see members of the community recognised as well was brilliant. So.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I think that was an important thing for us to be able to do. We went through various different conversations, iterations of how we do it, things we would do differently, things we wouldn't do differently. But I think ultimately it was the ability to then help the community participate, vote, nominate, do all of those incredible things, and to be able to show that governance element can be done on things outside of what's going to happen with the technology in the future.
Yeah, it was great. And look, Cardano is all about the community, really. There is the entities behind it, but at the core, the community is what drives Cardano forward as well. And it's great to see members of the community recognized by their peers as well, I suppose, other people in the community voting for them. So you built that system yourselves, the voting architecture, I suppose?
Yeah, so when we were conceptualizing the summit, we could have easily taken 2 days in all the things that the Cardano Foundation is doing, the Emergo crew are doing, IO are doing, but what we wanted to do was very cleanly break that up. So day one we had a whole bunch of things that we wanted to say, what we wanted to present, some of the messages, but then we passed on to day two, which was entirely shaped by the Cardano community, which when pitching that to the CEO was quite an intense experience, but it's working out really well.
Great. Yeah, so we also have Thomas here as well, who done some of the architecture, the work behind it, so we'll talk to Thomas in a minute as well. But anything else about the event or anything you want to put out about it? What was your favourite part of the event?
I think there's been a good range of feedback. I think the main point is the fact that Cardano is standing tall, regardless of what's happening politically in the world at the moment, economically in the world. It's great to be able to bring so many incredible projects together, so much of the community together in one place, and be able to stand tall as an ecosystem and show that regardless of what the market conditions are, that we're here and we're here long into the future. So as part of that, day two, as we've said, is all about the community, shaped by the community, voted for by the community. So at that stage, it's a nice segue to hand over to Thomas to tell you a little bit more.
Perfect, and thanks very much for being a great host at the event, and we'll have to catch a beer later on when it's all, I'm sure you can't wait for...
Maybe two.
Oh, definitely, mate.
Perfect, all right, thanks guys.
Thanks very much. So now we will have Thomas. I'm just going to check the comments as well to make sure everything's coming through okay on this. Yeah, I see people talking about the location. After we're finished here, what I might do is walk around the event as well, just to show people what's actually going on. For people, I know you can live stream the what's going on the show, but you can't see the event, so I might walk around after that as well. Thomas, very welcome up.
Hey Paul, how are you? Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah. So Thomas, tell people your role or what
Sure, absolutely. So I'm Thomas Mayfield. I'm a blockchain engineer on the metadata tools team. And essentially my role here was the development of Cardano Ballot. So that happened 2 months prior. The team was sort of tasked with developing this tool for the community, and touching upon what David said, this engagement with the community. So a way that community could actually vote in a fair way to determine how day two was structured. So it started off like any project, gathering requirements. We were told that it had to be free. We told that it had to be verifiable, and ideally highlight as much of the Cardano tech as possible. So we looked at a few options. We looked at Hydra, smart contracts, metadata transactions, and ultimately the transaction fees would have been sort of associated with the user, and we didn't want that.
Okay.
So what we ended up doing was leveraging Sunday Swap, the governance model, which allows you to utilize Merkle tree verification, which is very interesting and well-proven cryptographic proof. And that enabled us to build the application for you, and that's what today is all about. You're seeing the fruition of the app.
It was great, like I said to David, for the community to be able to vote for who they thought deserved the different awards or recognition within the community. So it was really good to see that. And I know sometimes people won't vote because if it costs a fee to vote. I think it's an art of a discussion. People go around that you should do everything on chain or you can do it off. I think for something like this, off chain with the proof on chain was perfect. Because if you're trying to charge a fee, then it would hinder more people getting involved in it.
Yeah, and it was only really possible utilizing the SIP30 and the SIP8 protocol. So we used the message signing to authenticate, and that was a key part because without that authentication, anybody could have voted hundreds of thousands of times. So that was a real challenge. And it's funny, you think these things are simple when you're approached with the idea, but when you get into the nitty-gritty, you realize there are a number of factors involved. So we were glad that we were able to get a product that was out there, was free to the community to use, and we're seeing the results today.
I know some people didn't like linking their phone number, things like that to it, and I do understand that side as well, especially in privacy and like What people could do though is open up a new wallet that they don't want linked, because it didn't have to have a balance. It just had to be a Cardano wallet.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It had to be a Cardano wallet. It had to be SIP30 supported. So we were able to support all of the available SIP30 wallets.
Yeah.
And we were conscious of the data collection. You know, the metadata tools team, we really are not one that goes along with this sort of mass data collection that we see ubiquitous across the space.
Yeah.
So with regards to the phone numbers, we never actually stored the phone number. We hashed it. We kept a copy of that hash. And the same with the Discord ID. We didn't even want to store the actual Discord ID. So we hashed everything with that one-way function. And that was a way to
That's probably something actually for the marketing side for the next time to highlight that, because I know that was a concern in the community, and some people didn't get involved because of that. But
what I would like to see, Paul, sorry to cut you off,
maybe it was there and I just
no. What I would like to see is potentially a proper identity solution for the future. You know, and I think this speaks to an aspect that's missing right now. You know, there's a lot of talk about digital identity and self-sovereign identity and decentralized identity, but very limited use case. So we would like to sort of put some time and effort into that and see what we can do so that we can remove all of this connecting to your emails, connecting to your Discords, connecting to your phone numbers, but still have that verifiable credential.
Yeah,
so
and it doesn't even have to be your day-to-day wallet. I think that's the concern for people, not being able to see their balance and linked and stuff, but you could have one wallet that is your ID, and you just use that for connecting to anything that you need to verify yourself.
Exactly, and you can keep your finances, you can keep all your activities separate as well if you need to.
Yeah, that would be good to see.
It's an exciting time, but unfortunately we just couldn't get that for this one. But it's in the future. I would imagine.
Hopefully we'll be talking at the summit next year.
That's it.
Be talking
and maybe it'll be an island.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Well, it is nice to travel too, but Ireland will be handy.
We'll do it in the summer.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, if there's any questions at all from the comments or the community, I'm more than happy to answer anything that might be coming up. But if not,
I'm going to take a look here. Sure. While I'm taking a look, what was your highlight of the summit here, as someone that's behind the scenes as well as being a community member?
Yes, definitely. I would say it's amazing to see everyone coming together. You know, I mentioned to you before we went live, you know, it's almost like you feel like you know someone, you see them, you talk to them remotely. But to get that final connection face to face is something about that, you know, and when you can do something within the community and then you can actually meet the people that are utilizing the services or you're building solutions with, that's sort of the main thing. And also to organize an event of this scale and to put essentially the controls into the community, you know, that was amazing to see done, and hats off to David Taylor and the team for making that happen.
Yeah, it's some job. I've talked to a few different people in the foundation now, and they all seem to say about what David has done and put together, and even I'm sure the whole team has.
The whole foundation and even the relationships, Emergo, IOG. It's, you know, to see everybody come together, these large enterprises come together and put things together, and the foundation, and it's just amazing to see it all come together.
I got to talk to Frederick yesterday as well, so I interviewed him, and that one will go out probably within the next week. So it's good to hear his aspect, and I was asking him about, in the community, lots of times there can be a bit of negativity about the foundation and what they actually do, but they're really trying to correct that. And I suppose the Cardano Foundation is very different than other foundations, foundations of other blockchains, and the way they utilize things is very different. I think lots of other ones look at the short-term gains, where Cardano looks at the longer, building a lot of platforms with bigger entities, which can be very hard to sometimes share probably, or the value of it for.
And I think the.
I'm still scrolling questions here. I'm still
absolutely.
listening away.
I think the utility aspect is one thing that should be highlighted. You know, many times the prices of coins and the financial side of things come into play, but building this blockchain for good and focusing on building utility is really something that the foundation is excelling at.
Yeah.
But are there any questions there for me at all? Or?
I don't think there's any directly on Loud and Clear. Have a Guinness to celebrate.
Very good. Yeah.
I always have this thing about trying Guinness outside of Ireland. It's just it's not the same.
It's a gamble. It's a gamble, definitely.
I'll try some of the local beers tonight when we get to sit down. If there is anyone else at the summit here and wants to come up and talk, whether community members wants to come up and give your your opinion or what you think of it, or projects or anyone like that, we're up in the NFT gallery upstairs. And again, I'll show around the place after. But feel free just to come up and hop on even for a minute or whatever you want to do. So that's
Excellent.
thanks very
Brilliant.
much.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the time. It's a
your-
pleasure to finally meet you in person as well.
You too.
Right,
Hopefully
cheers.
we will catch a beer later
Thanks,
on
Paul.
at
Yes,
the
absolutely.
closing.
There's a pint there.
Yeah, thanks very much. I think Paddy from Shamrock Steak Pool is here as well. He's going to come up and have a chat here. And I don't know if this is Paddy's debut. It's his debut on the channel here, I think, but I'm trying to encourage him to come onto the channel a bit more. I don't know if you want to hold or clip on.
This should be
Whatever's
okay.
more comfortable.
That should be okay. I'll hold it here.
So again, let me know that if everyone can hear. I think Paddy's mic should be fine.
Yes.
The image seems a bit jumpy, but for people watching back later on, it should clear up itself. It's probably just the Wi-Fi here. Needs to render a bit more. But see Braveheart, stay cool in the comments. And someone says smash the like. Yep, make sure you do hit that like. Really do appreciate it. And
So likes and subscribe.
share it out as well, and more so just to get people to come up here and talk if they want to, or air their project or their opinion. I don't know if you want that. It's easier to it just slides straight in.
It's
So-
been great so far, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed it.
What's your own? Forget about the beers we had last night, but what's your own favorite part of it?
I think honestly, just seeing everybody talking and then promoting their projects. I've been to a good few yesterday where, like, the World Mobile is speaking, and a few other projects are all promoting what they're doing, what's going on. It's good to get a bit of an update, plus put a face
Yeah.
on projects. Sometimes you can hear about all these projects going on, and you just have to trust they're being built. But then when you actually see real life people, you go, okay, I have a little bit more confidence. And then when they're on stage telling you all the great things they're doing, I thought that was good.
Yeah, I really like that aspect. So I would probably talk to more projects than lots in the community. I get more access like that, but even at times it's hard when it's just over emails or messages, and when I actually get to meet them in person and you break down the barriers after the first minute or two and you start to get the real where they are, and they learn that they can trust you in that they can just lay it out and stuff like that. So I think for me that's been brilliant, meeting both projects, community, and hopefully it enables me to have better connections in the community for getting the content together to put out for everyone watching here, and that I can get as the most accurate information out that I can.
I think, and the most exciting ones for me was Amerigo probably. And seeing Stablecoin and Anzen, is it? Anzen is the...
Anzen and USDA, yeah. I got to sit down with them for an interview again. It'll come out in the next week or so to talk all about it, and I really hope it comes to fruition. They're talking about a February launch. In my own head, the niggling thing is the regulation around these types of things, and they have started the process.
Okay.
So hopefully they can get that out, because stablecoins, Cardano ecosystem needs stablecoins. It's
desperately.
You can't keep trading two volatile assets against each other, especially in a bear market the way we are now. You need the reliability of a stablecoin.
Especially with having to get not be on exchanges. This is the big news at the minute. So you want to have something you can trade against. But that one, I think, hopefully, if February is the date, that'll be great for Cardano. And for everybody wanting to use it. I think the loan system part of it also excites me. Is there anybody else doing money markets and building these types of things? There's a few, but if they say they can release that for February.
Yeah, I don't know if the money market side will be February. I think that was they're doing a centralized version. For anyone who didn't see the talk they done yesterday, they're doing a centralized version of lending and borrowing. So to be honest, right now, I don't really care that much about that. I want the stablecoin first, and I would love to see some of the decentralized projects on Cardano launching their own money markets as well. And what Amerigo have in line is great to have. I think there's the split. You need that trust element for people coming in new who are used to just banks and everything, and then you can gradually, they get used to that, they get used to seeing how everything works, and then they can move into DeFi, lending, borrowing, and hopefully we will have them kind of projects on Cardano. I know Liquid went on to testnet just before I left home, so I didn't really get to use it, but I'll hopefully get to.
Is Indigo live today?
Indigo is launching in the
Nice.
next few hours. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I was talking to James there a while ago from Indigo, and they're launching today. So that will give us a version of a stablecoin. It'll be a synthetic stablecoin.
But something. That's the main
Yeah,
thing.
it's great to have it, and I'm looking forward to having a play around with that when I get home as well, to figure it all out, and then I'll put the tutorials together on that as well. And I would say for people coming in new to it, make sure if you're getting involved from the start, only put something small into it until you see how it all works, because synthetics is a bit different than other assets, and just the over collateralization, how it all works. So just be careful on that one. Johnny?
A few questions. And the only thing lastly is this place is awesome.
Oh yeah. This venue is incredible. It's
amazing. That's been probably the most impressive thing.
Yeah, even the main room that we had the gala dinner in last night. Right now it's what you call it, an auditorium, and the stairs all go down, but the whole roof or the whole floor raised up last night. It was crazy to see how the change was. I'm just going to check comments here. I don't know if we have any questions. I think people like having the Irish duo on, so I am going to try and start pulling you into live streams when we get home to
I'll have to think of some topics to talk about there.
some weekly or bi-weekly. We'll pour a few Irish whiskies and just have a general ramble about what's going on.
There'll be loads to dissect after this, actually. And even today, there's also all sorts of stuff going on and being announced and talked about that. Probably missing half of it because I'm into talking with people. And meeting people is probably the big thing. But
I've been told there's a few more announcements coming out today that I wasn't told what they are, but that there was a few things coming out. So when I get back home, I'll do the summary videos of everything, and I'd say even people at home have seen more of the actual presentations than I have, because I've kind of been walking around talking to different people and making connections with projects and people and just getting to know people. It's been great, which I think in the long term will allow me to have a lot more information. We also have Johnny here. Do you want to come on and...
I want to come by and say hi, man.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I've been following your videos for a long time, even before I started working at ILG.
Do you want to... We're live on YouTube here.
Johnny,
Do you want to say hello?
Yeah, come in.
Yeah. Hey, YouTube. How's it going? How you doing?
What's
Go
your,
sign up at the CardanoMBO.org to join the members-based organization.
Do you want to tell people what it is, or?
The Cardano MBO is essentially, think of it like our, Charles has been talking about it, but it's like a virtual town square where all of the projects, the most important projects from Cardano, are going to find their home, open source home. There's going to be content and education for the end users, but really where the members can come and participate and support and participate in some of the governance of our ecosystem and lend their support for the projects and provide technical steering and governance for some of those most important projects, and then use those projects to meet the needs of their end users.
Nice. I suppose again, it's all about letting the community drive us forward and where we're going to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, look at that view in the back there, the Alps, right?
Can I move this around here just to show people where we are? You can see out the window there, you can see the Alps. I hope that comes through as good as it looks. And the public transport here is extremely good compared to back in Ireland. I would say public transport isn't all that good, but for here, what's your highlight of it? Or of the event?
So many. I think open source. I moderated a panel yesterday morning with Matthias Bencourt and Arnaud Bailey, who's a technical architect at I/O for Cardano, and also Santiago Carmuega. And our ecosystem is very much committed to open source because ultimately open source is a free and neutral home for open source, makes it safer and encourages more contribution to the code base, right? When they feel like it's not owned by any one company, but it's owned by the community of contributors, then people are more likely to contribute to that code base. And I think that open source, we've learned a lot from studying successful open source organizations like the Linux Foundation, Cloud Native Computing Foundation.
Okay.
And taking a lot of inspiration, and really kind of one of the principles of open source is beg, borrow, steal. I mean, to a certain extent, right? And stand on the shoulders of giants. Don't reinvent the wheel when you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So anything else on the summit you'd like to add, or on what's going on with Cardano? Or
Well, I would encourage everybody, especially projects building on Cardano, to go to cardanombo.org and sign up. And going into the new year, we'll probably be creating some focus groups, working with some steering and professional facilitation from Emergo, CF, IO, and any other companies that want to step up, and projects that want to step up and help lead the effort.
okay.
Cool,
Brilliant.
man.
And been very nice to meet you in
Yeah,
person
for
after
sure.
talked a bit, been in different spaces together. So it's like that. It's
Yeah.
great. Might catch up after off camera and have a chat as well.
Yeah, man. Go to. You gonna go to the Clay's party tonight?
Yeah, I'll be going to that and then the main party after, and
Okay.
that's when can sit down and really relax.
Yeah, have a couple.
Running on adrenaline now at this stage.
Same here, man. Same here. All right.
Very nice to
Take
meet
care,
you.
Paul.
We'll catch up later on. You coming back in as my co-host, Paddy?
Yeah, come back in for a minute. There's the main thing is, what time is it now?
It's 20 to 2. I'm just going to check questions as you're talking there.
I think the 3 o'clock we have potential DJ sort of announcement. So definitely.
Oh,
wanna go
that's
to that.
Cody you're talking.
Yeah.
As. Yeah.
Yeah, so that one I'm hoping we get. It'd be great to get a date.
I'm listening. I'm just scrolling through to see if I miss
I'm
questions.
putting a lot of expectation on that one, but I don't know what everybody else is expecting. But I'm hoping for some form of date or some form of announcement. It seems like it's only 10 minutes long though.
Yeah, I think he won one of the speaker positions from the ballot.
Okay.
So that's where
Yeah.
he got his 10-minute slot from. So hopefully we do get some more information on it.
Yeah.
I see questions here about World Mobile as well, and asking did we meet up with Mickey. I did get to talk to Mickey last night at the gala. It was great to meet him in person, and we had good chat as well. And I will hopefully catch up with him somewhere today to put him on camera. But it all sounds very positive what we're talking about, and I'll wait. I won't give anything away here. I'll wait for him to do it. It does sound like we're still on track he's still hoping for testnet very soon, and then mainnet in Q1 as well. So according to him, it's still on track, and that's what I love about the event is I was able to get up and talk to him properly and ask him, and it was just a normal conversation. And
I tweeted out a picture of us right just
oh
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So if
fun
you look at
last
Paddy's
night.
Twitter, you'll see we met him at the gala last night.
Yeah, it was great crack. It was a good time. No, it's good to hear that he said things are going well. And he did promise us a party next year.
Yeah, maybe a World Mobile party next year when we're on mainnet. So if Mickey sees this, we're going to hold you to it. Or if by some chance someone's around Mickey now, somewhere in the building, tell him to pop up here as well, and we can have a chat.
Yeah, it'd be good to get him on.
That's actually, everyone is so approachable here.
Yeah.
Is what I found as well. Projects that you might find hard to contact or people, everyone just is really happy and friendly here. It's
some amount of people also. That's one thing I would say.
It's so anything else on?
Yeah, I think the only other thing is, will there be anything on the keynote?
Charles is on, yeah.
Yeah, he's on to finish things up. So be good. Now, there's already been loads of announcements from Charles recently with Midnight and everything. That's going on
Everything
with
at
that.
Scotfest. I didn't get to look into all of that before I left. We're getting ready to come here. And
Your weekly summary will be about 2 hours long.
I could have done a weekly summary already last week before even getting here. So it'd be an hour long next week.
Oh, there's so much.
And then the interviews that I've talked to different projects and people here as well. I'll have a lot of content for the next few weeks anyway, which is great.
Definitely. So I'm hoping those two things. I hope to hear some DJ news, and maybe Charles might give us something at the closing remarks. So that's my current two things for the remainder of the day, and then it's party.
Jed, someone says Jed announcement coming. Is that what you just mentioned? We don't know if there's one coming. Where there is a talk at 3 o'clock with Cody Shahaf Bargeffen is talking at 3 o'clock. So I'll go in and try and listen into that. I'm not sure if it's just talking about Cody and Jed and what they're doing, or if we will get any definitive stuff. The last I heard on it, the audit is expected by the end of November. So if that's the case, I wouldn't be pinning too much hopes on it launching by the end of this year. Just generally when you get your audit back, there could be a few small things that need to be fixed up in it anyway.
I think everybody's been waiting for a while on it, so it's, news would be good. But let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
See someone asking about the NFT space. If there's any, I haven't heard any announcements here. I am going to the Clay after party later on, which is an NFT, and I think they are launching something there. So hopefully I'll be able to get some insight into that. NFT, I suppose Husky won the NFT project of the year and was up on stage. I recorded that and put it out on Twitter actually.
That was very good. That was funny. But there's I don't know if you guys can see them, not from here, but there's a lot of TVs showing all these things along down the sides, displaying all the NFTs around the place, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I put them out yesterday. I can walk around them after, but you can see these are digital screens, the long screens, and they're all displaying different NFTs on them. So there also is the Cardano NFTs, the Summit NFTs.
Oh yeah, I have 5 more to get.
I think I only got 1 out of 7 or 9. I'm not sure. I need to get a cheat sheet and I can walk around the building and get them then. I know there's virtual ones too. But
yeah, the virtual ones. I know people were tweeting out how to get them, but there's all things all around the building here that you go around and scan. And if anybody knows where they all are, can they just tweet us or include in the tweet? Because I've only gotten 5, so I need to find the rest.
Yeah, I see some different projects standing around here, but I don't want to put them on the spot to bring them on.
I think Damon was here, was he?
Damon's over there, yeah. I think Damon will come on and he'll talk and he doesn't mind. So I'll see who else comes on.
He was waiting there, so I think he maybe...
Yeah, I see him talking to someone else over there. Just looking
I think the only other thing was, I think Clay are going to show some things at their party tonight of what's coming, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly they're showing, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to announce. I see someone asking about the privacy coin, and it's not just a privacy coin, it's actually a sidechain that gives privacy features for, again, I've only read the highlights. I haven't been able to read much on it yet.
No. Yeah, definitely a sidechain, and there will be a separate token, Dust, I believe. And the current idea is that apparently you will earn it from staking. I don't know the fine details. I haven't read up on it yet.
Yeah.
And much of it hasn't been announced, but that would be great actually. If you could
it's meant to be something along the lines that if you're staking ADA to a Cardano stake pool and that stake pool also runs on midnight, you will earn both ADA and Dust, which is the token, without having, as a delegator, without having to do anything extra. Which
is great.
It's needed on Cardano to sustain staking long term. What some people don't realize is that the staking rewards go down slightly every epoch because it's not treasury they call it, but we'd say the treasury that is used to pay out the rewards right now, that's getting smaller every epoch. So Cardano has a halvening every 4 years, Bitcoin has a halvening every 4 years, but Cardano also has a similar timeline. It just happens every single epoch, a small little bit, rather than one big cutting everything in half every 4 years.
And I think most people still think it's around 5%, but that was about 2 years ago when I started my pool, but now it's around 4.
Yeah, I'd say it's around 4, 3.8 to 4 is the rough average. And some epochs you get less, some you get more, but generally averages out. And with transaction fees, when you look at, there's 13 or 14 million ADA paid out every 5 days, every epoch. And right now transaction fees only make up 100 to 150,000 of that. So we've a long way to go in that. So that's where I think the side chains will really step up and bridge that gap.
Do you think there'll be many side chains? Do you think there'll be just
I think that's what they're really going for, and
Yeah.
I think that's what we'll see the likes of World Mobile and other applications as well that don't want to pile everything onto the L1
Yeah.
because look, Cardano has some incredible security features, but it's not the fastest blockchain out there, and we can all admit that. So it's not going to be suitable for every application. Now I know they're scaling in different things, and in the future it may be, but not everything needs to be on the L1. So that's where the sidechains, and especially if they are fully linked in and it's rolled up to Cardano and uses the same security as it, then
Decentralization,
you can have different parameters to make transactions faster, make them settle faster, which is better, especially in gaming. Like, you do not want every interaction on a game to be saved on the Cardano blockchain, because the blockchain will just get massive
No.
very quickly. So that's where you can have a sidechain
Yeah.
dedicated for individual projects.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So I think I'm going to go and grab
Well, I go get
Damon.
him. You can
I'm
update
going to
him
walk
something.
by here if you have anything else for a minute. You can take the...
Put me under pressure just to make up a topic. I don't have anything to say, I guess, for the minute. I'll just wait on Paul coming back with Damon, and these guys can have a nice, interesting topic for you all.
I'm on a live stream now. I don't know if you want to say hello or not. Yeah. Oh, no. Perfect.
Ah, okay.
I think
Okay.
now they'll start hearing us here now talking.
Let me just hand this
how are you?
over.
Good, yeah. All right.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Right.
Hi. So here's a face that I had on the channel fairly recently. Jarek, I'll let you introduce yourself and what you're all about, just in case there's people who don't know.
Hi everyone, I hope you're keeping your hotkey safe out of the FTX exchange. And I'm here happy to say hello to all of you. I've been having a blast in Lausanne, but I hope you're also having a blast, like whether you're attending in another place or from home. You're sitting nicely on the couch with a bunch of popcorn. A few words about myself. I'm Jarek, I'm the founder of Axo Protocol. And Axo brings you to the future. You're going to have a decentralized, efficient, compliant, and easy to use trading protocol. How cool is that? You're no longer going to give your money to Sam. Sam is not going to give to Caroline, and no longer going to wake up naked. Very nice to see Paul in person. Nice. Have fun.
I think FTX is nearly going to be a good thing for ye in the long run, because it highlights how many problems are there, and you're looking to bring in a lot of the functionality that centralized exchanges have. And again, if anyone doesn't know Axo, check back my channel probably 3-4 videos ago. We talked all about it, the latest, what's going on and stuff like that.
Right on. And despite all the losses that we bear as a community, I have to tell you, this had to happen, and it's good that it happened, because now everybody can see the importance of DeFi, and the importance of DeFi is that you actually don't have to trust somebody. And it's not that we don't trust somebody, we don't want to have the requirement to trust somebody, right? And that's the problem DeFi solves. And now with the protocols that being on Cardano, we actually can finally deliver on the promise of DeFi. It's not just like Ethereum, invest in my shitcoin. It's finally something that solves real world problems.
Yeah, great. I randomly grabbed you there. I'd love to sit down and talk to you later on as well. The first time we've met in person was me telling them, yeah, we're on the camera here, come over here.
I love to. And by the way, if you want to watch me live, I will be on C stage, Auditorium C stage in 30 minutes, 2:20,
Nice.
talking about Axo for 10 minutes. So,
Just checking the comments here. There's a lot of Jarek fans in the...
By the way, I'm sorry, I've left my Pit Vipers on the table there. How silly of me. But we'll see them on the stage.
Where am I? People asking when they can ditch other platforms to use you and stablecoins. Do you really think stablecoins can be stable?
Okay, so first when soon. Sorry, but we are actually finishing.
When it's ready, that's what you say, isn't it?
That's true. But we are wrapping up the development, but still it's audit and purple teaming ahead of us. Now onto the stable coins. Yes, they're inherently unstable, but if you realize the risk that's there, then you are able to use them wise. And for instance, like we're going to have so many stable coins in Cardano, like if, for example, I hold 5 of them, then it's unlikely that 5 of them fall at the same time. So one falls, you still have 80% of your wealth in the stable coins, just like you have to realize the risk is there, because that's something that's usually it's not being told to you. But when you know that, then you can, make the smart trades. So.
Yeah, that's it. Everything has risk, no matter how safe someone tells you it is. Once it's not sitting in your wallet in a solid asset, then something can happen it. So it's have a balance across your portfolio. Never put everything into one.
Spot on. And don't think, like the US dollar is safe. Of course, it's not. It's just like it's such a huge market that, like when you look at the foreign exchange, there's so much trade going through dollar that, of course, it has to be stable because there's so much volume there, right? But dollar can fail. Right?
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it's going to fail tomorrow.
Some would say it has been failing the last few years.
Oh, yes.
All fiat currency has really.
Some even will say it has been failing, if I remember correctly, since 1907, when they completely got rid of...
Yeah, if you look at the chart that has the chart over the picture of the dollar, and it's like it starts out with a full dollar, and it's down here with the actual value of what a dollar gets you now compared to...
Print your crisis away, right? And the crazy thing you have to realize about the dollar is because everybody uses it for trading, they're literally the only country in the world that then can print the problems away. Because if 60% of dollar is abroad, hey, who's taking the biggest hit here?
Yeah, there's some website there that shows the US debt, and it's just going up at a phenomenal rate. It's crazy, and all they do, the EU does it as well with the euro this year. Or last year, it was COVID. It was just like, I should just print more to give support to everyone, and it was great at the time, people needed it, but we're seeing the knock-on effects now. It's...
Hey, how it's with the loan, right? Like if you borrow money, there is time when they have to pay back, right? And that's what all governments do in the world, right? And we're getting very close to the time to pay it back.
Yeah.
Very uncomfortable.
That's it. There's always repercussions to too bad we didn't have more foresight in the bull market that... or me personally, anyway.
By the way, interesting thing about the bear market, I think we'll see a lot of projects fail, but what happens also in the bear market is everybody gains, sense. So everybody who has been really responsible in the meantime, they are really likely to survive, right? So some people say, it's time, to reap all the shitbags, right? And let's see what happens. But, I know we are all down. It sucks, right? But there is silver lining to that it actually flushes the industry of all the stuff that shouldn't be there, because in bull market, almost everything can succeed.
Yeah, that's it. It's all you need is a marketing plan in a bull market, and you don't have to develop anything. It's now we see who the real developers are.
You only need 3 keys on the keyboard, Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V, and you need a developer for an hour to change the name of the coin.
That's exactly it, and it's very easy to fork a GitHub and launch something very quickly on an EVM. It's not quite so easy on Cardano.
Yeah, well...
Yet.
Exactly. Actually, it's interesting thing, because the hard part about Cardano is not even writing the code; it's deploying it. So you have to know a bit to play around, but it has downsides because, for example, from the Axie point of view, we want as many protocols for you to trade on it as possible. So people are struggling to build. It's not the best thing, but I think IOG is doing more things than they're telling us. So for instance, you see Midnight, right? But Midnight is also a new programming language, right? We have this TypeScript to implement, the Midnight in, right? And they have an entire toolkit for building the sidechains now. So maybe next year a big announcement from Charles is going to be, hey, we have easy to use programming language for Cardano.
That would be very nice.
Absolutely, that will be stuck.
Great. Thanks very much for, sorry for grabbing you on the spot, but I appreciate you coming on, and hopefully we will get to talk later on.
Cardano.
Thanks very much, man. We'll have a chat later on, okay?
Sure thing.
Thank you. Paddy, did you pick up on anything there when we were talking? I don't see many more. There must be talks on at the minute. There's not a huge crowd around here, but I think I might walk around fairly soon.
Damon is
think he's went downstairs, so maybe you come back
I
up.
think he had a talk at some point. Sorry, again, I'm checking.
I've seen Jarek has the famous
Question.
glasses with him.
Oh, that you see in his profile pic. I didn't pick up on that.
Put them on.
He seems like a good guy. That was literally me meeting him in person. I hadn't met him yet. I see the stream is a bit glitchy, but probably if you watch it in a lower resolution, it'll be fine. You don't need to really see our faces properly.
No, and you're on the Wi-Fi, yeah?
Yeah, on the Wi-Fi there, on the camera. So anything else on that, or I might take a walk and see what's going on?
I'm looking forward to that project, actually. I think everybody is, so it'll be awesome.
Yeah, what they're trying to do, if they can launch even 50% of what they're talking about doing, it will really make a huge difference for what you're used to doing on a centralized exchange. You can basically do all of that in a decentralized manner on the Axo DEX, so it will be great to see that coming out. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a date out of them or anything like that. It's generally when it's ready is when I've asked them before when we're going to get it. But
huge amount of features though, and it'll be great to see. None of the DEXs that we have at the minute have that sort of level of features where it's basically the likes of Binance or Coinbase or any of those.
Yeah.
But in a DEX format, and it's like awesome.
Yeah.
Finally, I would say. But it's really going to change, I think, how everybody, especially if you're having to withdraw from exchanges, you're going to want to have something that you can use exactly like.
If you can have that type of DEX, and then hopefully what Emergo is looking to bring, that will you be able to trade USDA on Axo or any of the other DEXs on Cardano, and then what you can do is go through the Emergo off ramp, because that can be connected straight to a bank and withdraw that way. So you're not trusting many centralized entities. But what they talked about with me yesterday was that I asked a lot about the regulation and tracking, because we all know the questions on USDT and how much is really there and everything like that. So what they said to me was that there will be monthly audits, and also they're hoping to have a live dashboard where you can see how much is sitting in their bank or in their assets behind, because it mightn't just be USD. They're looking to turn things like gold and tokenize things like that as well. It will be separate, but you will be able to actually see what they say they have in their bank with verifiable proof, and you can check the blockchain then to see what's in circulation. So that sounds like a great mix to me. I hope it all comes to fruition.
Oh yeah, no, that'll be awesome too.
So I'm going to start putting some of this stuff in my bag, and then I'm going to pick up this camera and walk. I see actually Braveheart asked about Lace, but I didn't see anything from Lace here.
No.
So I don't know if they're here. Again, I missed different talks from talking to people, but
I haven't seen anything on them. I guess you could ask about, but I don't think there's even anything planned in the schedule for it. So
I don't think so, no.
Check.
I know they were at Rare Bloom as well, so they talked there.
Scatfest, they
Oh, okay, so it could have been a bit much coming here as well. I grabbed my bag.
There's nothing today. Where are you going, downstairs?
I think I'm just going to walk around and show what's here, and for anyone that's interested in seeing what this side of it looks like, then hang on for another few minutes, and we might meet people along the way as well.
All right, bye-bye everyone. I'll give you this that you can...
I'll carry that in case anyone else wants to talk. I think you should still hear from the one that's connected to me. So I'll just take a minute to transition and walk here, and hopefully I can get my camera working okay. I'm going to attempt this. I've never used a selfie stick before, so I'm going to see what we can get. You don't need to look at me anymore. We'll turn the camera around. There we go. So we'll take a walk around here and see what's going on. So I'm going to walking with Paul, no longer trading with Paul. It's walking with Paul. So there's the boots. It's not really an event for having many boots, and you can see they're quiet at the minute because a lot of the talks are going on. But I'll walk down through them all and see who's actually there. This is at the front of the convention center. You can see really beautiful place here. I didn't really get to walk around much yet, but we'll see tomorrow how things are after the closing event tonight. So actually, I didn't show the NFTs. So this is, people were asking about NFTs. This is the NFT gallery. So it's all the different NFTs are flashing up on screen here. So you probably see some recognizable names. And for people at the event, there's little QR codes. You can kind of see it on the wall over there. That's for us here. That's what we have to scan to get the... do you want to come on and talk? So I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. Sorry, I'm going to put this on the thing here. I was just going for a walk. So I've got two more people here. Actually, should be able to hear through that one.
Something green, yeah. No.
We're a bit darker here, but I think we're okay. Hi. Yeah, that, if you hold it up.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to introduce, we're live on my channel at the minute.
Hi there. It's me, Suraj. It's live channel.
Yeah, live stream here on
great.
Cardano with Paul.
Okay. Paul, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, we got to talk earlier on. Do you want to tell people will recognize your Twitter threads and your newsletter, but do you want to tell them who you are here?
My name is Suraj. I write Twitter threads on about Cardano, mostly technical, and it's Laura. We work on this project together. Like, we have a newsletter we publish almost every week. Now it's been on a pause for past 2 weeks, so we are like changing some content plans and coming with new content. So mostly we write about Cardano based thing, and we have a weekly thread this week in Cardano where we talk about all the major things that happened on Cardano in that week, plus a featured project.
So if you are interested in special project on Cardano, every Sunday there will be a featured project thread looking into DEXs, NFT projects, and all the cool stuff which is built in the ecosystem. And yeah, if you like to assess layer 1 blockchains from a more metric-based perspective, this is also very cool. So then check out our newsletter, Just the Metrics. We will compare Cardano blockchain to other L1s from a really objective manner, looking into the blockchain trilemma and making assessments. So if you are interested in following the metrics and not the hype, this will be for you, I guess.
Yeah, I have my one here as well. I really get a lot of value from the content you put out, and that's why it was great to meet you and put faces and get to know people here as well. So you're starting your own YouTube channel, aren't you?
Yes.
You want to get the name out there too?
Yeah.
We are going live next week. So it's also called This Week in Cardano, but it will also come with a segment where we would present the human story of the people in Cardano, like the community, Cardano community. So hopefully you can come over to our channel and tell your story. What we find the most important thing in Cardano community is the strongest part of Cardano, and people stick together because they feel like some human connection between each other.
Yeah, very much. That's anyone that came on talking was very much like that as well.
Exactly.
How big a part the community is for Cardano.
Exactly.
And
you're doing amazing work, So
thank you.
Yeah, you're doing a great work, man. Yeah.
So
We have some questions. I saw questions in chat. What's the handle? So you want to tell your handle?
Oh yeah. Yeah, your handle on your handle on Twitter. Yeah, sorry, I can't share here. I'm not sure.
I just saw somebody dropped the question in the chat, so maybe you wanna.
My Twitter handle is like Suraj K Saju 2, and
I'm a D Money Mindset, like DI Money Mindset. Yeah. Yes. Please give us a follow. Would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I'll try and when I sit down later on, I'll try and tag different people that were in this, and I'll tag your Twitter profiles as well and share them out.
Thanks so much, man.
And I'll definitely have to get you on. One thing I like what you do is you break down the technical side very easily for people to understand it. And as well as that, you don't just concentrate on Cardano. You look at other chains and analyze, because look, no one chain can do everything, and no one chain it's not one chain wins and everything else dies.
Exactly.
So I like
the holy grail. You have to really look into the details and assess it, because Twitter is full of like
Maxis.
Yeah, this or narrate.
not just for Cara, but for
Also
every chain
narratives,
has.
you know,
So yeah.
So it's good to look at it from an objective manner,
Yeah.
have your own well-formed opinion, so you can apply this framework everywhere. And maybe something to add, we wrote a book about that, which is about to publish soon. So really condensed manner to access the framework and apply it for yourself for upcoming other layer ones, Aptos, Zui, all the stuff
you can
look into, and from this
Exactly.
angle of the framework. You know,
Exactly.
assess it.
So that's our. People always talk about, we have like 100K TPS, and this is amazing. So
Yeah.
one metric doesn't count because you have to. Viewing it in isolation is kind of stupid in a sense that you have to see it from like a bird's eye point of view, like what is decentralization, how secure it is, and then how scalable it is, considering this decentralization and security, and that's the point of that thing actually.
It's right. It's good to look at other chains as well for people in the community. Even if you only want to hold ADA or hold Cardano native assets, it's great to look at other chains and see what's good on them. So if you want to focus on Cardano, you look them for projects that are doing that type of thing. But just to get an understanding of how things work, and maybe it'll make you look to get into another chain as well, or maybe it'll reinforce why you're with Cardano.
Yes.
So it's always good to open up your mindset to it.
And it's the discussion comes in a time where we are seeing this, you can in the case of FTX and stuff like that, this whole thing is burning because
FTX, Gemini last night as well are in big trouble by the sounds of it, and
FTX is connected to DeFi and Solana some ways, then that is in trouble. So you can't have that kind of risks, and decentralization is the way to go.
Yeah, that's it. Great to randomly run into you on the stairs. I'm just going to check that there's any comments. I have them coming up here as well. So I see people have actually tagged the two of you in it. So they've tagged your Twitter profiles, which is great.
Thank you.
Thanks very much to anyone that put them in.
Opportunity to talk to you and
It's brilliant. Yeah, we'll probably talk again later on. I'm kind of walking around now to see who I can meet. And
party on the side and after party.
yeah, we'll definitely talk later on and have a drink later on tonight.
you.
Okay, nice to meet you. See you later.
See you.
I don't know if I should try it. I was over there and with better light. I've got.
Hey there.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
So sure. Hey everybody.
you need this?
I'm gonna hold this guy here. Oh, this your setup is much fancier than mine. So hey everybody. Guillermo from Woodland Pools. I, for those of you who don't know, have a educational Cardano channel very similar to Paul. And actually, you and I.
You go and subscribe.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't before. And actually, Paul and I just caught up yesterday. We sat down and talked for a while. So that was fun. So I'll actually be publishing that probably later this week. So if you guys you wanna see my conversation with Paul, it'll be on the Woodland Pools channel. But
I like that. It was very just relaxed, laid back, giving opinions on everything we're seeing here and in general. So I enjoyed it. It was easy going, and I'll retweet it out when you put it out as well.
Fantastic. Yeah, I mean it's been great, and so for all you guys out there that have been following Paul, actually I started the channel about 2 years ago, and I was watching Paul, before I started my channel. So it's been really great to finally meet up in person. What have you thought about the conference so far? Now I'm interviewing you.
For me, it's been conscious we're dark here, but we'll move in a few minutes. It's been all about meeting people, and I haven't even got to make it to many talks. I had planned on going to as many talks as possible, but it's literally you're walking around, you turn around and you meet someone else and you're talking to, I went to walk down there and met Surash and Laura and different people like that, different projects and community. For me, that's the highlight, getting all them connections and pulling me out of my comfort zone was a big thing. Running on adrenaline now.
yeah, exactly. I just finished sitting down with Pi from Sunday Swap, and we just wrapped up that conversation. And similarly, it's kind of okay, that's the last recorded conversation that I'm doing of the trip. And now I'm gonna, to your point, I'm gonna see if I can catch any last talks here before, because the whole time I've been just trying to get everybody else caught up on what's going on, and you end up sort of missing a lot. I'll have to watch the recorded ones.
I'm hoping that I can catch the recordings when I go home, where I can't catch these in-person conversations with people and that at home. So I've changed. I'm trying to prioritize that right now. I'm just thinking, actually, I think I have another interview coming up later. I need to check my time. Sorry for you can.
No, it's fine. Yeah, well, and so and that's the thing, right?
I see people have tagged Woodland in.
Great. Woodland Pools. Check us out. We're on Twitter and on Telegram, but Telegram too, but on Twitter and YouTube. But yeah, so to Paul's point, it's funny, you come to these things, and for us, it's just so fun and to actually run into the different people that are running these different projects that we cover, and we do tutorials and project overviews and all of this stuff. And when we do sort of like weekly recaps of everything going on, it's so fun coming to these conferences and actually seeing these people live and being able to like chat with them and just put like a real like a face to the name and stuff like that. And so then, what you and I both end up having to do is like, then when we get home, then our homework starts, right? And then like rewatch the whole conference.
Sorry, I'm I have a 3 o'clock as well, and
go for it.
I have a while, so I
just hop in for you while you're doing that. No problem.
great to get a host coming up.
Yeah, no worries. But so I mean, I imagine you now probably both have a similar setup where when we get home, we'll have to like kind of like see, okay, well, what's all the talks that happened, get the highlights of that, and put together like a recap, a summit recap video.
That'll be my first. And I think it'll have to be multiple videos, or else it could be an hour long. I need to get back into ScottFest. We talked about that with a few already. I need to figure out everything that happened there. And then and that all in as well.
Yeah, so for you guys that were, if you heard about ScottFest, the big announcements coming out there was, I don't know if you already talked about the Midnight coming out with the privacy chain, and also with Mergo, who wasn't at ScottFest, but at the same time announcing their stablecoin USDA. And so actually we did video that we just published a couple days on Midnight and USDA, so you guys can check that out in the channel
check it
as
out.
well.
I haven't got anything out on it yet, so go over
so you guys check out there, and then Paul will probably do a better version of it later. But yeah, so anyway, I saw you were doing the live stream, wanted to come and say hey, because it's been a blast, and I've never actually done like a co-hosted live stream like this before. Like,
it's good. It's the first time I ever had more than me in front of the camera. So I had David from the Cardano Foundation on first, and it was kind of trying to figure out what I do.
Yeah, sure.
Bit awkward in front of it, but it's good.
Yeah, it might be fun is like maybe like in the future at the next summit, or even just like a remote thing, we could do like a joint Q&A type live stream. Might be a fun thing to do sometime too. Yeah,
I'm going to take a walk around and see who I can meet randomly and show people this side of the summit. So if people looking at the live stream events, they can see where it's all actually coming from. So.
Exactly. Cool. Well, I'll let you go and take a walk.
Yeah, good.
I just wanted to stop by and say hi.
We'll catch another beer. We had a few beers last night. So
I think we'll probably make some time for that tonight.
We'll catch another one tonight.
Great to see everybody out there. Check us out, Woodland Pools. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening, wherever you're in. We'll see you next time. Thanks.
Cheers, man.
See you,
we'll talk to you in a while. Okay, now I will go back to take my walk around and see what's going on. So Woodland Pool. That was Guillermo from Woodland Pool. So now we'll walk around and see what's going on. See Paddy relaxing there. So this was the NFT gallery that we were at upstairs. I hope everyone can still hear me okay, because I'm on the Wi-Fi, so I'm hoping it still comes through. So if it does come through, just let me know. If it does break up at any stage, let me know, because I can see the comments coming up when I have the screen flipped around here now. This is the main escalator. So here's where you come in the front door at the event. So I will walk up to, so you come in, you have downstairs then is where a lot of the meet and greets and stuff like that are happening. So walk around here, the different booths that are here. Cornucopias aren't here. I haven't seen them. I think they were doing pre-recorded. I watched the last Kopi Cafe and it was going to be pre-recorded. So these are the different booths that are here. It's not really the event for having booths and stuff, but there's a few here. So you'll see, I think it's the Wi-Fi. Someone's saying about the coverage as I move from place to place here, it's going to go down a bit. I don't know if it's going to stabilize as I'm here. Let's see, can I change the... no, I don't have options here. If you watch it in a lower quality, it should be okay. No, I'm not 6'5", I'm 6'2". Is the audio still coming through? As it gets louder here, you might be able to hear me just as clear. See, the Sunday Swap booth is here. You have Coin Firm, Taris. On this side, I have IMX. And then we have the Singularity over here as well. See Ben up on the screen. Then we have the Cardano Foundation have their own booths as well. That's one thing I found they've been very accessible here. Cardano Foundation, you're able to talk to a lot of them very easily in person. So I see you can still hear me. Hi. We're live on YouTube here if you want to.
I want to talk to you about our project.
Yeah, what do you want to do a live? I'm on a live stream here now if you want.
No,
Oh, just the. Oh, yeah, well, I'll walk around after and catch up then after. I'm on this for another little while at the minute, so I'll.
I really want to talk to you about our project.
Perfect, I'll come back around, yeah? Thank you. Then the Emergo booth. I have the interview with Emergo to come out as well. If I go in, you can go in either side of the auditorium then. So I'll go in this side here and we'll take a walk downstairs. I think going to walk downstairs, we'll meet a lot more people rather than here. I'm not even sure what talk is going on here at the minute. So we'll see. I will probably have to stop talking when I open this door. So I don't want to interrupt what's going on.
Liquidity, freeing up the liquidity to move around and be controlled by the people. And you combine that with the power of the community and the creativity of the community. You have an incredible, motivated asset that doesn't exist in Web 2. And so I do think that as we start to solve these UI problems and onboarding people into crypto, as we start to make that easier and more seamless, we have a very, very powerful movement occurring ahead. I think the opportunity last one.
So that was actually, some people were asking about cornucopias, and you could actually see there, I don't know how clearly it's coming through as I move around here, but you would have been able to see cornucopias were up on the big screen at the minute. So they are coming in from just a I don't know if it's pre-recorded or live, their video there. But that must have been the gaming metaverse talk that was on at the minute. I'm kind of lost in my time of what's going on here with meeting different people and everything that's going on. So this is, as I come around here, this is back around to the main booths. And again, I think it is going a bit slow, the frame rate for people, but hopefully you can still hear the audio anyway. And later on, if anyone wants to watch back this footage, hopefully you'll be able to see what the place looks like then once it all streams properly. So again, if you go around that way, that brings you back into the auditorium. There's stairs down as well. All right, that's great. Once the audio is okay, at least you can hear me or hear anyone else that I end up talking to. So that's where we were up at the NFT place where I started. And now this is the downstairs of the convention center. So you can see there's kind of people everywhere here. There's different side rooms, there's different workshops going on as well. So the crowds are fairly well spread out. See all the different side rooms there. Going down, as you can see, different networking people. It's actually quiet enough down here at the minute. Hi. You want to talk on the live stream? Yeah?
But it's not there. It's not there.
Put it up here if you want. So I have some more volunteers to talk on camera here.
Hi.
How's it going, guys?
I'll give you that.
Sure.
So really putting you on the spot here. We've been going an hour now at this stage. So what's the project? I see Leaf AI.
Leaf AI. So yeah, my name is Manu. I'm the founder and CEO of Leaf AI, and we develop sensor technologies for agriculture industry.
Okay.
So we developed the Leaf Connect, that is a self-sufficiently data logger. The data set sent over 10 kilometers, and you can connect any sensor, like a soil moisture sensor, weather station, any type.
Okay.
And what we do in the blockchain with Cardano is we create the Greenleaf coin. So the Greenleaf coin is give every farmer the opportunity to earn Greenleaf coins with every measured data set. So the data set get the community, and the community and Leaf AI develop some predictions, some recommendation models, and get these infos back to the farmer that can optimize the yield, produce more sustainability and efficiency.
Nice, yeah, it's I haven't heard of the project. There's so many people. I have one here as well. So many projects I haven't heard of before that I've met randomly here as well. So it's great to go around and meet, and that's what I'm doing now, is just walking around to see who I can see and show people the convention centre, because it's an unbelievable place. This
awesome event. I love it.
Yeah,
so great. We got the chance to talk to Charles and all the people from the
nice. I didn't actually get to meet Charles at all yet, so I'm hoping before the end of the night I'll get to meet him for a minute. Great. But thanks very much for
thank you for
coming
us the opportunity.
No problem. Nice to meet both of you.
Nice to meet you. You're doing a great job with your YouTube channel.
Oh, thanks very much. Might meet you later on anyway, okay?
Definitely. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So flip back to front screen to go walking again. Don't need a selfie that close up. So back to the event. It's actually getting later in the day now at the minute, so it's clearing out a good bit now, but this is just to show you the scope of what this place is like. It's massive. So again, loads of different side rooms and meetings all down over there, and that's about all of it without going into all the different rooms. That's what the space has been like for the last 2 days, and even last night. The gala was back here as well. So I don't see anyone else that I'm going to try and grab at the minute, so I probably will close off the live stream now. I kind of didn't plan to go just as long as this. Glad the mic situation. Yeah, the mics, hopefully it's coming through clear there. I've done some videos and interviews as well, so I'm hoping that the audio is good when I get home to edit it all. So great. New York 360 says the mic sounds good. That's the main thing. I know the picture might be a bit choppy here, but I don't see any of the other projects I've been talking to earlier on, so we will probably close it out here. I'll take one last walk upstairs and we'll close it out then. But any questions or anywhere anyone wants me to go back to show you before I finish this out? And again, I'll have a lot more summarized content and stuff like that once I get home. So Antonio follows the content since he began crypto. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the support as well. There's Damon from Charlie Tree there as well. Looks very serious. So that is just the other side of the auditorium there, how to get into it. Oh yeah, the camera skills, I hadn't really planned on walking around. I just have a tripod in my hand here as I'm walking, so it's not going to be that steady. But I think that's where I close it out. Height doesn't translate on your videos. Yeah, I'm about 6'2", so probably don't need the dead cat filter indoors. Yeah, I put it on just because there's a lot of background noise here. At different times, different spaces I was yesterday, there's a lot of noise going on when there's crowds around, so I needed to put that on. Fareed is 6'2" as well. Yeah, that's something that Charles is speaking in 30 minutes. Okay, I thought it was a bit later than that, but I'm going to get on to that anyway. And thanks very much to everyone that has watched today. Hopefully it's been interesting to get an insight into what's going on here, and once I get back home I will put out a lot more content. Thanks very much guys, I do appreciate it, and I will talk to you soon.